Hey everyone, welcome back to another session, and we are gonna start with the next part. First of all, I would like to introduce the objective of this lesson in the session number 2, that is titled Where are students? This is going to be a short video to present, and the main purpose is to make sure that students can identify numbers and countries through different materials such as questions, vocabulary, a video, and some exercises. All this is going to help us to interact and express different ideas, different comments. Here we have the material that we are going to use and also the evidence that we need by the end. At the end, I will repeat this part, but here you have the part or section that you will need to send. Don't forget that all this section is going to be on your notebook. So here it is. We continue with the prep course, and here we are going to have the topic today, that is where are students from. All this section is going to be for this point that is conducted by me, teacher Luis, and here it comes on the next section or the next part. So first of all, I need you to check this section, that is the infographics. And in the infographics, we are going to have the following. First, the numbers. Numbers are super important. So numbers are going to be needed in all this section, that is the left side of the infographic. Why do we need numbers? Because we need to check the bars. The bars are representing certain numbers. Then the next part, identify the countries. We have countries like China, Qatar, Mexico, South Korea, Turkey, Brazil, Saudi Arabia, and Japan. So considering those aspects and consider the information in the bars, we are going to analyze the infographic through the questions. Questions are going to be the following, and then you need to write your answers on a piece of paper. For the question 1, identify if this is Japan or Brazil, the part B, 4 or 5, and the part C, Qatar or China. At this point, you need to pause the video, pause it during 20 seconds. It can be 30 seconds, there is no problem. But pause it, analyze one more time the infographic, and then send the answers or write your answers on your notebook. Great. Thank you so much for pausing the video, and then here it comes. Time to check your answers. So for the letter A is gonna be Japan. For the letter B we are gonna have 4, and then for the letter C is gonna be China. Make sure everything is in order, and in case that there is any mistake or any issue, don't worry. It can happen, and then just be careful about this. And we have to learn from mistakes in case you got some, but it's something that helps us a lot to learn. Let's jump into the next part now. Next section. Considering all this section of the infographics, the different countries that we have here, think about the following question. Only think about it. What country from the infographic seems interesting for you? And why? What can be the reasons to consider interesting that country? Is it Japan, China, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Brazil, Mexico, South Korea, Turkey? So what can be interesting for you and why? Just think about it, a couple of seconds. Then, if you have a favorite country from this list, that's perfect. Or if this is out of this list, don't worry, it can be possible too. Then, after checking this part, we are going to continue to the task 3. What do we need to do in this section? We have the vocabulary spot. Vocabulary is always important, and then we need to check the following. We need to be careful and consider the next sections. Weather. Weather is a noun. Heat. Heat is a noun. Compare. Compare is a verb. Satisfy. Satisfy is an adjective. What do we need to do? On your notebook or on a piece of paper, match the definitions. definitions can be being hot, number 1, number 2, happy, number 3, to see how things are the same, number 4, what happens in there around us, like wind, rain, or sunshine. So match it, and at this moment pause the video one more time. You can do it during 20 to 30 seconds, and that's enough. So pause it, please. Cool. So thank you for pausing again. It's time to check your answers. So for the letter A, the definition is number 4. For the letter B, the definition is number 1. For the letter C, definition is number 3. For the letter D, the definition is number 2. Make sure everything is going well, everything is in order, and that's what we need. Then let's move on to the next part. Let's jump into the next section. Have a look at the picture, check the picture, and then check the title, Happy Countries. This is something that sometimes we don't stop to read, and then this is the thing now. Identify what can be a happy country. And we have the next question. We're going to watch a video in a moment talking about this. This is going to be the video about happy countries. And then the question here, it's interesting. Just think about it. It is, what things do you consider relevant that make a happy country? So what can it be something relevant? What can it be in the way of acting, doing actions to make it happy? Just consider it and think about it. Alright, let's move on then to the next part, the video section. For the video section, what we need to do is this. We will answer the following questions. In all the sections you have 3 options, but only one option is correct. So check the answers or options for A, options for B, C, and D. So, are you ready? We are going to watch at this moment once the video. Let's start.
People think Norway is a happy country. Cecilia lives in Norway. She says it's nice when the weather is good.
Especially in the spring, I think, because then it's bright and light and the heat is coming. Yep, then we are happy.
Some people also think Denmark can be the #1 happy country.
It's difficult to compare, but I find most people are quite satisfied with their day-to-day life. So yeah, why not?
I think Norway is happier than Denmark because they have more money.
People in Denmark and Norway say they are happy. So these 2 countries are doing something right.
Great. So that's what we got in the video section. And here I would like to comment, if you feel that it is not enough only once, you can go to the slides that you have on Classroom and you can play the video on your own. It can be 2, 3, many times, as much as you need it. And then do it. It's part of practice, important practice. So after watching the video, we are going to go to the next part. What do you need to do next? It is to check our answers, to check your answers. So for the letter A, the option is going to be 4, letter B, letter A 2, letter B 4, letter C happy, letter D weather. Those are all the options through this section. Great. So let's jump into the last part of this short explanation that we need in the things we need to do. Here it comes. Happy countries. So after all the things we have seen today at this moment, we need to answer the following 2 questions. Question A, you have 2 options, and this is the question. Are people happy in your country? Yes. Why? Or no? And why also? Yes, they are, or no, they aren't. It is something about perspective, but you can express it in the answers. Answer it on your notebook, please. And then last question. Last question is, what other places do you know as happy countries? So you can pause the video here for a minute, because it is something that you have to think about. Think about it deeper and express your ideas. So take around 1 minute and give your answers for these questions. Okay, thank you for pausing the video, and let's finish this. This has been our session today. This is what it is expected to do, and then this is the explanation you need to follow. Now, don't forget your evidence. You need the evidence from the task 1, 3, 5, and 6. And add your name on the notebook or piece of paper you were working on. It's super important to connect our mind to the paper. It helps us a lot. Thank you so much for all your attention. That would be all. Bye-bye.